What's up, folks? Welcome back to the BamCast podcast. The BamCast, as always, is the home of the anti-PC. Shout out to Boomdraw Physics for the intro song and for the space if you're watching, because we're recording from his house. Shout out to Prismatic Verse for the intro sequence. If you go to youtubebright.com, use promo code BAM10, you get 10% off anything you have ordered. And you don't know, you get something dope, you help the show. Thank you so much. And if you click the link below at Epidemic Sound, we're sound ambassadors. So you get yourself a full 30 days royalty-free music to use for any of your creative stuff that you want for free, and you directly help the show. Here with me as always is the faithful co-host Bobby B.
Don't blow.
And as I said, we're at the Yam's house. So Boomdraw's here.
It's called the Yam Hill.
The Yam
Hill. You know, it's funny because like I've been playing with the idea of what to call like the studio room if I'm gonna. You know, a lot of people give their studio a name.
You call it the Yam Hill?
The Yam Hill. I'm not fully sure, but you know that.
Yeah, where I go down a yam ground, brother.
It's a vibe.
Big few yam.
Yeah, you know, because yam is also so, you know, nutritious and culturally relevant. You know what I mean? To
them yams.
Yo, usually we
yams?
drop pods.
The yam is the power that be. Yeah.
Usually we drop pods like pretty regular, like every weekly, but it's been like every other week recently, and it's been because of the
pandemic
ever-changing rules, brother. Like currently, right, we record on Sundays. We're recording on a Friday because as of this week, next week, and the week after, we are on 3-day 24-hour no movement. So we record on Sunday, that wouldn't work. So literally, it's annoying.
When you go home,
we have
Saturday
to be
night at 8 p.m.
You can't leave
cannot come back out
till Wednesday.
till 5 a.m. Wednesday morning.
Brother,
It's crazy.
so
That's this weekend and the next weekend.
it's an ever adapting thing, brother. So it's not that way we're slacking off or anything. It's just the man them is messing with the flow, dog. Jesus.
Yeah, I mean.
And last weekend there was it wasn't last weekend. Bomba, that's a lot. It's been a
We don't know
long
anymore.
week, brother.
Time has just become
There was a
one.
tropical storm this week.
And then there was one the week before.
Bro, it's been a long month. Like, it's craziness, yo. One thing after another. But, you know, we're not here to bore you with that shit. We're just letting you know why. Because, trust me, we love making the pod as much as, like, you guys love messing with us. So, thank you. You know, thank you. We really do. So,
You think we should turn off the fan?
Huh? No, the fans are right.
It's kind of noisy. Okay.
Yeah. No, afterwards, don't talk about it. Yo, hold on. All right. So, I wanted to I did write down this question earlier. I was scrolling through Reddit. I saw it. And I thought it was a perfect opening question. How many 10-year-olds do you think you could take?
In a physical fight?
Physical fight. Hand to hand.
10-year-olds. That's
Mixed gender. Split right down the middle. Whatever number you pick, it's split. Or you can actually... Let's pick boys. Because they're probably more violent.
Are they
right?
fighting dirty?
Yeah, they're fighting to kill you.
10-year-olds, bro.
Okay.
And they're fighting to kill you. How many 10-year-olds do you think you could take?
So,
10.
10.
I think 20 to 30.
I was going to say...
You're a trained fighter.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm really unfit.
Yes.
I'm really unfit. So if we go by that shit and like in my fit time, like 50 to 65, easy. They're uncoordinated and untrained. They're disorganized.
Yeah, but the hardest person to fight is the nigga that is going,
He's just button machine.
Yeah.
When you just like blast somebody in front of the rest of them and just tear them off that, everybody else will be kind of afraid. So they just take your time, go through.
Can you grab
That's my
one
thing.
and swing it around?
Of course,
Exactly.
anything you need
Yeah.
to do.
No, yes, I feel like
They're clone troopers.
I feel like I could one shot most of them.
Exactly.
So as long as it's one thump, one knockout, like you know what I mean, I feel
could take as many as I could.
I'm like somewhere around 15 before one of them like kicks me in the nuts or something.
15.
I don't know. I've never fought a 10-year-old, so I don't have a baseline for this question.
I think one of the top answers was like 5 to 6, and then the comment on there was, "Bro, they're 10. They're disorganized. Don't be a pussy." I thought that was a really great opening question. So, listeners, viewers, comment below. How many 10-year-olds do you think you could take? I think like 35, 40.
I'm sticking with 10, dog. And them niggas, I don't know, they're making them 10-year-olds bigger than they used to.
Brother,
They are.
something happens. Like at
The
puberty,
hormones in the food.
sometimes at puberty that don't never happen when we were kids. 'Cause when we were kids, everyone looked like
the hormones in the food, dog. It's like in the air.
In the air, in the shikon,
The shikon have many the hormones.
the beef.
Like jus d'hormone, like
Yo, did you hear? Speaking of titties and thighs, OnlyFans is banning all sexually explicit content.
Was that true? I heard that was
Yeah.
true.
yeah. As somebody,
That's an
I saw
actual,
an
like,
email.
thing.
A sex worker had emailed them and like asked for clarification. They're like, yo, they're banning stuff that is classified as lewd under this act that they had from 1973 that hasn't been updated. Some obscenity thing.
So
They can't do public stuff anymore.
But dog,
Okay.
And that was like a big thing. Well, I
But-
don't know if there's anything else. But I know that like OnlyFans specifically, like no more public stuff.
but
Okay.
dog,
And that's a crime. That literally is a crime though.
what do
So
you
I
go to
understand
own?
that.
What's OnlyFans synonymous with?
Porn.
It's like Tumblr. They shot them. They shoot themselves in the foot.
That's fine.
Yeah.
You know who does it though? Rich conservatives.
What?
Rich conservative
Shut down them
Christians.
things?
They're like,
yeah,
yo.
they're the ones who pay the most money
Yeah.
on OnlyFans.
Oh, I thought you meant
No,
they're the
no,
ones who
not that.
shut it down.
They own they have controlling interests in like the banks because it's pressure from the bank make OnlyFans do this, Their banking
Why?
partners who
Oh, I didn't-
take the money are like, yo, if you don't do something about this, blah blah blah, we're gonna fuck you up and you're not gonna be able to make no money.
We're gonna fuck you
And
up.
but the whole thing was driven by like one guy, this conservative brother who was pushing for it. Same thing happened with Tumblr. It's like, yo, get rid of the obscenity, like, Christian groups, blah,
As
blah,
yeah,
blah.
Tumblr, the man them essentially shooting themselves in the
They
foot all over
they
again.
brought porn back on Tumblr, but nobody went back because what the fuck?
They brought back porn on Tumblr?
Yeah.
Word.
the thing is
I
that,
didn't know
like,
that.
They blocked nipples. Like nipples was the nude. That was the definition. Front facing for frontal female nudity was completely banned.
Word. So POV is not banned. Then.
Yo, you said POV. I want to continue talking about this because I actually want to ask more questions. But I saw
Is this gonna be about porn?
it's like Fat Kids deals, but it's for sex toys. It was on Twitter. It was basically like a cock ring with a camera on it.
I saw it.
I couldn't figure out how it would work, like which way the
Somebody
camera
said-
would point,
someone
and
said-
what are you trying to see?
I saw someone that said make sure you point it down so you get a better view.
Down
Or,
as
no,
in-
make sure you point it the right way because the first
Yeah,
time he used it was all balls.
That's my question. Like, what is the right way
To
with
point it at the vagina that you're entering.
Alright, so you're pointing it like
It's like first person shooter of your
by
penis.
your bladder at it, or like you turn it so it's at your
Whichever
your
way you
balls
want.
pointing.
I'm assuming
I mean-
under would be better because you'd see more vagina. On top you just say mons pubis.
I'm not
Mons
sure of the
pubis.
practicality of that, you know what I mean? Because the inverse was way more functional, I think, where they had the camera up in the vaginal cavity and
saw
then
that
you
one
could
once.
see it from that angle.
Ew.
But I don't see
That was weird.
I've saw some
unless
of those
you could
too,
get
and
the
it
camera
was,
like directly, like
I
on
saw
the
some
bell
of those
end,
too,
like,
and I'm just gonna let you know. Ew.
You fucking bellends, mate.
I'm gonna let you just. I'm gonna just let you know. I saw some of those too, and they are, ew.
What?
Like I saw
the camera on the inside.
I saw a camera on the inside, and then it goes like splooge.
I have two letters. Both of them are man. Okay.
Are you sure they're yours?
I'm 100% sure they're man.
You are a man who will
Lighter thievery
Sorry, dog,
is not a
have you
serious
lighter?
crime, dog.
I don't know about lighter.
Lighters
isn't-
are like energy.
yeah, they're not stolen. They just simply pass owners.
They just transfer states.
yeah, they just pass owners. That's
I
it.
have both of the working lighters in the house. But
Angel is somewhere in the house trying to light a
Vex.
spliff.
without the lighter,
Can't.
yes.
Angel is somewhere very.
Where the
Except
Like,
I
where's
have-
fuck
the
is the
fucking
lighter?
lighters?
I have the spliff and the lighter actually.
The singular,
Double
and then
Vex.
there's the jar over there. Wow, everything really is. Yo, Angel's supposed to hate me.
Everything that like it's all here.
It's all in here. She can just forward in. The banks put pressure on OnlyFans. Why? How?
As a Christian,
And they're saying that
Oh, as in them don't sex dirty sex money.
People are doing prostitution and
Yeah.
and human
I
trafficking
mean-
on OnlyFans.
Yeah,
and them
dirty
things.
sex money.
I mean, yeah.
I mean,
but like that's a
I want you dirty sex money.
yeah, I do too.
yeah.
Run it.
I don't
dog.
care. Like, if
Oh.
I had the power to start a Jamaican porn production company, I would. But we
It wouldn't
also
work.
have a really big right-wing conservative group in Jamaica called the Church.
It wouldn't work. Remember, what's his
don't-
name? They linked with wanted to like start proper shooting board, and I told you nah, but you were like
Obscenity
I will
laws.
do it. It wouldn't work.
No,
These
it's
even just obscenity laws.
to a conservative of a country who
People would
still
have pick it that bumble.
someone still burn out like them in front, and if you're gonna make porn without oral sex, like why are you making it?
Jano,
I mean, what, yeah,
that's
you
a
have-
shame. Like you really like.
You
What
give your
is it?
whole life
What-
and
I-
don't eat
I-
pussy,
I
dog.
have
You
a
don't know what
question.
you're missing out.
I have a
you know?
question, right? What is it about pleasing your woman that is a negative? Because there is nothing
'Cause woman for please
other
man.
than yeah. But if you please her, you don't think so she'll go on please
No.
you too.
She born for please me. God make her out of my ribs.
So you don't get off pleasing your woman.
Why would I do that? And she's meant to serve me. My ribs she come from. You have to keep
Alright.
forgetting that.
Alright, so
Without
let-
me, there would be no her. You know,
So let me appeal to your more selfish nature here.
more selfish than that.
Yeah, let me appeal to you more.
Incredibly.
Let me appeal to your more selfish nature, right? In getting her off, it strokes your ego more. Could it make you the better man?
But like I'm going to like do stuff for her that aren't for me.
But you're a man. Life take
So
effort.
I would serve her.
No,
You're
you're not.
free.
You're not serving her.
The product of
No,
my body.
you're
Why would I
not
do that?
serving her. You're getting her off in an effort to stroke your ego. Since I must approach the
But him
selfish
have-
nature.
him have a business.
I would have to care
I
about
hate,
how
for
she
that.
I
feels.
hate some of you niggas. You know, like shit, right? Like,
Disclaimer: this is not how.
yeah, no.
I'm
This
just-
is
This is how niggas on.
Yeah.
Dramatization.
Yeah,
yeah.
a dra-
Bob was playing the role, and then I was trying to
Might
pick
wanna
at it
turn the
because
game down. We're clipping a little bit.
it's 32-bit float.
There is no clipping.
Shut up. Shut up. Yeah, we were
32-bit float, 16-bit float, ice cream float. I don't.
you're just upset. You know, we don't know what some of the cooking
root
shit
beer
mean.
float.
We don't know what some of the
Yeah,
cooking
if me
shit
tell you
mean.
for chiffonade something you don't know what the fuck me mean.
But I
you go,
didn't-
you go draw for the chiffon margarine.
Wait, say that one again. Chiffonade.
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 What the fuck is that?
So
It's
what
a
the
cut into thin ribbons.
Uh,
So you roll up a leaf and then you cut
You
it
chiffonade
across
the
it.
leaf.
And then it unrolls and you get long
I
thin
just
strips.
didn't know the name for that, but
Yes.
like
Chiffonade.
he knows what it is.
Just like when you dice stuff, you cut it into little cubes. The size cubes have different names, like brunoise, and also you have an
Word.
eighth of an inch, and then
Wow.
an inch dice, which is a large dice, and you also have different ways to cut carrots.
I think French people.
So if you roll it when you cut it, so you cut it this way, then you turn it, then you cut it, then you turn it, then you cut it. That's called a roulette or a roulette cut. Something I had to learn all this shit.
roulette.
When you cut the small rectangular sticks of carrots,
I just know about julienne.
that's bâtonnet.
Button.
Yes, a chiffonade is a longer julienne.
Word. So I was saying, I think French people are kind of full of themselves, so they
Kind
purpose,
of.
so they
You-
purposely make their language
You
so
underestimate.
way more complicated than it needs to be.
kind of.
Kind of. Those pompous
Like
fucks.
in English we would just say white sauce, and in French we're like bechamel.
Bechamel. Bechamel.
One of the 5 mother sauces, by the way.
Yes,
I wish
yes,
Jamaicans.
my friend Bruce taught me that.
Yes.
I wish
they
Jamaicans-
wrote the book on cook. Well, they wrote the first book on.
Literally, I wish.
Literally.
I wish Jamaicans had like they had the political unrest that French are willing to do, where anything that wrong, the man them just riot.
Yeah, no. The French.
I
The French
really
don't-
wish we had
It
that
takes
out
nothing
here.
for the motherfuckers to strike and riot. And
Man who's get
the,
vexed.
the things that the white man do amongst themselves, we can't.
yeah, so we cannot.
We can't.
Yeah,
do-
Puss and dog,
Puss
puss
and
and
dog,
dog.
you know what I mean?
You are correct. You are because
we did that at Jamaica. Gunshot.
gunshot, hot,
Yeah.
super hot gunshot. Where was it?
Do
the
you
other
know
day?
that Myanmar is currently under a military coup?
Yeah,
Who?
Myanmar, sorry, Burma.
I'm not sure how to pronounce it to be honest.
Myanmar, Burma, the old name.
potato,
Yes.
potato.
Yeah, where Aung San Suu Kyi was in charge.
Yeah.
Aung San Suu Kyi.
Oh,
Aung San Suu Kyi.
while I have you here on international relations,
No, wallaha.
the Taliban. What
Oh,
what's going on there?
yeah, boy. No, no, yeah, but no. I mean, what? What do you mean? What's going on there?
I
You want like the PC
no
version, or you want my
This
my
is the
foil
home of
hat?
the anti-PC.
You want my foil hat theory?
Give me your foil hat theory.
Cause Biden just went, yo, pull the plug. But they're going to take over. Pull the bumbuckler plug.
the man them left out there in the dead of the night.
It's like, bro, it remind me of when the Belgians left the Congo, my you. The man, all the white people packed up in 2 weeks and dipped. And then the black people woke up one man is like, fuck,
Yo, what
they
now?
never trained us what to do. So
like, what the fuck
the
now?
fuck do we do?
Yeah, dog.
Like, that's what happened. And then, so the Taliban started fighting the Afghan military instantly as soon as the foreign troops left. And the Afghan military sucked. Like, sucked. They got overrun instantly. And I mean, the Taliban has captured so much US military equipment. It's impossible for it not to be on purpose, brother.
I saw the amount that them would leave.
Impossible.
I saw the amount
For it not to be on purpose.
Yo, it's like, you remember the image, must say last year, of a container worth of gun the man them did find in an outpost? It was along those lines of like
No, bro,
numbers.
they
of
have
gun.
hundreds of Humvees, hundreds of pickup trucks.
I didn't see the Humvees.
They have
I just saw
drones.
guns.
They have
They have
RPG.
drones?
Yes.
Why would-
Everything. They have control of Bagram Air Base.
All right, military
Everything
military
America that they
equipment's
left
expensive.
behind.
Military
And you
equipment's
know who pays
expensive.
for it?
The taxpayers,
taxpayer.
but okay.
Yeah.
Not talking about that. I'm talking about military
Bad man.
stuff expensive. Why would you leave it?
1980 because it's more expensive to carry it back, and when you go and carry back military
Really?
equipment to do at home.
It's
Yeah.
more expensive.
What you
Use
can-
it again.
At home,
No fun, no
you're
that
going to have
thing.
to ship it out somewhere else.
Well, them in war everywhere.
No,
just
but that's
ship it.
actually a
You-
really good question.
money.
Like, you create war, like, because
America is the world's biggest
what are
arms
they
dealer.
gonna do with all of that shit for real, though?
Fuck with
It's
niggas.
like, it's like Monsanto.
Fuck with people.
Monsanto have kill genes in their seeds so that you have to buy more every season.
Yeah.
Monsanto's genetically engineered seeds have
They
kill
don't re-
genes.
they
They
don't
produce
reproduce.
infertile offspring. Or they are infertile. So you have to buy seeds from Monsanto. And Monsanto has undercover people who check for farms that are hoarding things and replanting seeds.
You can tanker us whore.
Yeah, fuck Monsanto. Like I support
Monsanto.
I support genetic engineering of food to a degree. Monsanto, fuck on yourself. Fuck you on the one. Like I understand doing certain things to fill nutritional gaps in poor underdeveloped
We
areas.
found Bob's
No man, Monsanto fuck man in a I'm so mad about that fucking company, man. Them and the Purdue family who fuck up America with OxyContin.
Dog. Yo.
But no, we're on Afghanistan.
Okay, fine. Because
Niggas is
dive into that Oxycontin
there are
shit.
2,000 US military personnel at the airport in Kabul.
Mm-hmm.
Every other side of the airport on the outside is surrounded by the Taliban. And the Taliban have blocked every ground and seaport. No, Afghanistan doesn't have seaports.
I was like, huh?
Have blocked every ground, have border checkpoint, everything. You can't leave.
You can't leave.
Except through Kabul airport. So people are trying everything to get to the airport and get on a plane and
Bro,
get
the
out.
one them thought that they could hang on the outside, you know.
Of the plane.
Like-
Couple people died falling off of planes. The military transport
listen,
plane.
I bet that was a WhatsApp broadcast message. Like
The
they
plane
were-
Just hold on to the plane until
Plane left
Yeah, let's just
Afghanistan.
try and hold on
and
to the
when
plane.
when it landed in Qatar, they found at least one body in the landing gear.
Nice.
in the in the
In-
landing
because
gear
it
lock
held-
up on Kershim.
No,
Yeah.
because there's no oxygen.
Okay,
You
I thought it
suffocate.
was a
There's no
Oh, yeah,
oxygen.
it's way
down
up
there,
in-
you know.
Pressurized oxygen. Remember,
and then
you're
way,
high up.
Yeah, you're way up in the way.
There's no pressurized oxygen. So like the only people, there's like maybe 3 people in history who have ever survived stowing away in the landing gear. And all of them is because the plane had some issue and had to fly really low, or at least lower than normal. So they only got like regular frostbite, not death.
Oxygen's a motherfucker. I saw a video earlier in
And
the week
hypoxia.
on When Stupid Prices. This dude had a cigarette and like a cup full of vodka in a elevator, and the tip of the cigarette touched the vodka and lit on fire. And then him like, threw it down, but it splashed around and it caught his jacket, it caught everything. And it's a small elevator. So the fire started and the fire burned all the oxygen. So he passed out and fell into the fire, and the fire was roasting his arm. And then it opens. He wakes up just enough to crawl out of the elevator, like his upper half, and just passes out again. I didn't know what the hell was going on. So I was looking through the comics, and someone was like, the fire took all the oxygen. Dude passed out. I was like, wow.
Yeah, fire
Never
crazy
even
that.
thought of that.
There's currently the fire season in California is gonna be worse than it was last year.
Bro, though, like when I see these headlines, it's like I can't.
You can't imagine a fire season.
I can't fathom it. You know what I mean?
Fire season.
I can't. No, bro. Like when them, you know what I mean. When you see like the like all of the
thousands
Hollywood
of
stars and then
acres.
people evacuating and
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
and like they're really losing their homes and shit. I'm like, yo,
Like,
y'all niggas
legit.
is living in a place where like a fire can just come
And then just
and scoop up your whole thing like
But I was reading something that
No
apparently
liquor
the Native
rainfall.
Americans were able to manage the forest fires because they did control burns that would burn up a lot of the fuel that would keep fires burning bigger
Yeah.
and longer. When the whites came, they brought their trees with them, and their trees are not suited to fire conditions, and their trees are really motherfucking flammable.
You know
and they
what
spread
else
really
helps
quickly.
the motherfucking flame spread?
The drought.
Birds.
Oh yeah, birds carry
Told you.
burning twigs.
Told you, fuck 'em.
Really?
They're horribly evil creatures. They pick up burning twigs and fly across to somewhere else and catch over this on fire. So the little animals will run out and then just pick off the little animal them. Birds help spread fires. I told you
Not
they're
that much.
told you they're
Wind
evil.
does a much worse job. and we
Told
can't
you.
hate the
Yeah, I
wind,
don't care,
so.
but them help. I told you they're evil. I told you.
Bro.
I mean, they're
Told you.
dinosaurs, so
That's crazy. I mean, I feel like I read that somewhere before,
Mm.
but like
Because a fire start and the man them just clip a twig and fly over. So drop it, spread the fire, and then you have to run and they just clip off shit.
They're terrible lizards,
Like a
so-
rodent, you know.
Just like, yo, fire, death.
A vole. It's got a vole.
they said that's why babies are calmed by mobiles. It's like an innate response from when we were monkeys, or not actual monkeys, motherfuckers, but a precursor to modern humans.
What
And
what
we'd
was
be
I
out in
speaking
the
about?
wild and a big bird fly over and just like, yo,
Oh,
don't
just-
move,
I just
don't move. It won't see us.
It won't
pick
eat us.
off. Yeah.
Is that why the man them said dinosaurs would see us in motion? They're like, yo, don't move.
Yeah, they said that dinosaurs.
You can't see us.
Some dinosaurs. I don't know how them work that out. though.
Me either. It must be like a trait of some birds.
But it's like that like T-Rex and Stegosaurus never existed together.
Yeah. Yeah.
They were like millions of years apart.
This I think it's like they are further apart
Than we are from them.
to them.
Yeah.
Yes, which
Yeah.
is crazy.
I give you another crazy thing. Common misconception is that T-Rex are predators.
What do you mean?
They're
But
scavengers.
Little arms,
They're scavengers.
big heads.
They're scavengers. So like like in the movie, like Jurassic Park and thing,
Oh, so they weren't with the smoke.
apparently not. This
They
is
came
like, this
after
is
the
like the
smoke.
current theory, like that they weren't with the smoke.
How them know which T-Rex them ask?
I don't know how they figure out these things, you know.
You saw,
Raptors are pack hunters. How the fuck you know that? Can them have a bunch of nests close together? What if it was just really warm here?
Now, usually it's because you find when you come up with things like solitary or herd animals in the past, they are built differently sometimes to like accommodate that. They tend to be smaller tend to roll in numbers, and usually you find like mass graves, cause them dead together, and then you're like, oh, them man they did par together.
That's what I said. So you find a bunch of nests and you go, oh,
you
John, no, they were
you
pack
saw the one
animals.
where it's like dinosaurs really might have had actual feathers.
No, that's a pretty confirmed thing now.
Yeah, that's
Those are
crazy.
pretty
So they were
they would be-
actually just
They weren't
giant
lizards, they were birds.
It'd be
They were
extra creepy.
birds.
So even the word dinosaur or
It's
no
kind-
Tyrannosaurus, terrible lizard, like he's not a lizard.
Terrible lizard. Is
That's
that what
what
Tyrannosaurus means?
Yeah.
I love that.
And Rex
I
being
love
king,
that
so he's
so
the king of the
much.
terrible lizards.
I love that so much. Oh.
Tyrannosaurus Rex.
That's so great. Yo, let me get a cup. I'm gonna get some water.
Descriptive, bro.
Can I get some as well? You're a superstar.
Yes, please.
Oh, you're gonna remember which cup is which?
My cup has the remnants of ice in there.
My cup or my cup.
And some pulp.
We can't keep the pot going. You're the host.
No, of course
What are we supposed to talk about now?
we can talk about can talk about the struggles of being a brown man.
You mean the privileges? Dog, it's crazy though that like in Jamaica, being my skin color would put me in a privileged position, but like I go America and I'm Mexican.
Everybody's Mexican.
Or like I usually only go to Florida.
yeah.
People see me in Walmart and start speaking to me in Spanish. I'm like, no habla hombre.
No, but it's just like, bro, Spanish is just a default in Miami, dog. It's kind of irritating sometimes, actually.
I go Walmart. Hola, no. Sorry, Jamaican. It's not like if you go New York, you're gonna buck up a Jamaican. You go Florida, nah. You're gonna see a lot of fucking Cubans, like everywhere. Like in when you go New York, a lot of the people that work in places you go to will be Jamaican. You go Florida, a lot of the people that work there, Cuban or Spanish in some way. Like,
A lot of them are Jamaican though. Well, I mean, you remember that, you know, they, in order to destabilize the regime, they were like, yo, anybody who forward can is even on good until that started to backfire. And then the was like, yo, no, not really.
spank you.
What?
Give thanks.
I hear you were talking about the Cuban man. I love you. Yoel Romero. Yoel's in
Here's my
Bellator
thing
now.
with Cuba, dog. Like, finding out that, like growing up,
them no fuck with the
and
necros.
growing up and being a victim of American propaganda. You know, I thought like, oh, the Havana boat lift was such a big thing. And it was like great, like yeah, y'all niggas got away from this oppressive dictator.
Yeah.
And then like growing up is realizing that the motherfuckers that got away sucked.
Yeah,
Like,
because they didn't
like
fuck
they
with
were oppressive capitalist pigs for the most part.
and didn't fuck with the necros.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So they think they white, even though y'all motherfuckers definitely Latin.
I don't know who told y'all that. Oh no, you and the Puerto Ricans. I don't know who told you motherfuckers that you white, but you color just like the rest of us.
It's like the rest of us.
You know what I mean? The one drop rule apply to you too.
The only white people live over in Europe.
But you know what's
Son,
crazy?
Like if you're Estonian, you're white.
Yo, you know what's crazy though?
You're Latvian, Lithuanian.
When I was
white.
living in Miami, I came to realize that there is also like a prejudiced hierarchy among the Latin American people.
Yeah.
It's just like, but like
Isn't that where
all
colorism would
all
come
of
into play?
us, included Jamaicans, included like all of us are immigrants to this place. So like, how can you, an immigrant, also
It's like
now
Central
feel
Americans. think
you're,
they're
you know what I
cooler
mean?
than
So it's
South
like,
Americans
no, bro,
or
because
something
it's
like that.
so the other Latin American people, they have like a slur for Cubans, and it's just like, you know what I mean? It's just like, yo,
But y'all niggas also Latin.
all of y'all is running from the same US destabilization of your country,
Yeah.
like, you know what I mean? Like, plain nice.
It's the playbook of the imperialist. Destabilize, teach them it wrong, teach them you're better, so them start to sell you doctrine for you. Fire Nation.
Yo, I have an Argentinian virgin, bro. Like, he saw me tweeting about the black
Fuck
community
the
one time, and he
Argentinians.
come to me WhatsApp, like, trying to tell me that it's not real, and I'm just like, yo, bro, what's this?
Like, take that how you want, but fuck the Argentinians. dog.
No, bro.
As a national identity, fuck
Bruh,
yourself.
the man was very like hot about it. I was just like, nah, bro, but like that did go on though. What you mean? Like,
Like y'all,
yeah,
Why-
like, come
Gee,
on.
it's
Let me see.
It's almost like a lot of Nazis
not
escaped
even that.
to the country.
You think
and
to
then,
yourself, the new world is
you know,
built on
propagated.
slavery.
So you'd
Why are
swear
there no black people in Argentina?
Argentina, like,
Or Uruguay.
Dun, 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 dun.
Uruguay, not I fuck with Uruguay. Uruguay is my country. I would move there if I could. Like
yeah,
weed
say
is
Uruguay is
completely
my
legal, but
country.
that's not my big
all
reason.
drugs are legal.
That's not my
Because
big
they treat-
reason.
Isn't
because
that
they treat
Ecuador?
drug addiction like a public health crisis.
Like
and then-
Portugal.
Which it should be.
Yeah. But
Right.
they have a lot of Italian immigrants there in Uruguay, so there's a lot of white people walking around.
And you know why people like to make things nice for themselves.
Yeah. So, but Argentina, go fuck yourself. Literally, y'all niggas can look it up. I'm sure I've said it on this shit before. They sent all black people to war at the forefront, so they died. So the white people lived. The end.
And Nazis moved
Right?
there.
And then the Nazis went there because they're like, oh, y'all niggas hate niggas too?
Bomba,
No, but not just that though.
frenzies.
Like, have you guys heard the whole? Well, again, I didn't do very much fact checking on this one, but like apparently there was like a declassified CIA document where Hitler actually did not die and he moved to Argentina.
Allegedly,
That would be the
kid.
best move.
Allegedly, but it's like the context of the conversation that I learned that fact in when somebody was just like, wait, they're still teaching y'all that Hitler died in the war, you know what I mean? And I was just like, wait, what do you mean? And then she said, and my memory is foggy, but I almost want to believe it was actually like a .gov link that she sent me. Is even of even like one of them like little like fuzzy spy cameras of a picture of him of the man himself in Argentina.
A fuzzy spy
I
camera.
mean, to be fair, it could be true because the
Pardon,
what the
Tupac?
name, the doctor went there. Not Himmler.
The-
Joseph Mengele,
The guy that
the brother who tried sewing people together and them something there.
Twins,
the guy
yeah.
that they were
And who did all the twin stuff. There's
Yeah.
a town in Argentina that has the largest prevalence of twin births in the world.
Because
and they
of that
assume
him.
that it's because that motherfucker went there and experimented on people.
Yeah.
Fuck Argentina.
Bro, to cut two people in half and try to sew them together and see if it would work is a sick
Yeah, that's
nigga.
the Japanese unit 731.
There's a
You can look
sick
that shit up.
individual in a brother.
Unit 731. They did a lot of vivisection. That they would line up prisoners and fire shots at them and see how many people it penetrated to check the
But I mean,
God
that was before they had ballistics gel, you know.
I shouldn't
line up
so
couple
them
of
couldn't
them
do
dog
it,
there.
pig. And the man them line up.
No, after when I shoot pig a war.
They did not pig for food, brother.
Alright, you remember Snowpiercer.
I hear that's a lot.
You didn't watch Snowpiercer, right?
Yeah.
The series, not just the movie.
Yeah.
You remember them putting the arms outside?
Bro, that was
They did
wild,
shit like
you know,
that to
dog.
people. They froze people's limbs to see how frostbite developed. We got so much medical knowledge from their torturing of people. It's so fucked up, bro.
Yeah, but fuck them.
Yeah,
same
like you
way.
will see those diagrams in the biotech book. Like
Yeah.
a lot.
We
of that
learned
came
a lot from
directly
like torturing people.
Unfortunately.
Unfortunately. But how else do you
know what's going on?
How else do you study a human
How else
and
you
make
get-
ethically? How do you study a living, breathing creature ethically?
Donate them body.
No, living.
No,
Living.
To see how shit works in real time.
Bro, that is a wildness to like.
can we
Leave-
autopsy somebody while
Even
they're alive?
euthanize them, dog. Just like get rid of the vocal cords and then cut them open so you can watch everything.
That's
movie.
like Unit 731 open people's chests and like look at their organs while they did shit to them to see how it would respond. They would take out organs to see if you could survive.
That should be the.
They would cut off like your right and left hand and sew it onto the other side and see what would happen.
What?
Yeah, them motherfuckers was crazy.
What the fuck? Hey, Jared, why'd you laugh?
The motherfuckers was crazy though.
I'm not laughing at the occurrence. Okay?
No, it's
Like,
just fucking wild. I
I'm
know.
laughing at like I ran through the mechanics in my head of like
Having your right
Yeah.
hand on your left arm.
And then like see if you would like your Lego.
bro.
Like your Lego, you just pop it off and pop it back on. It don't work that way, brother.
Yeah, but that lots of medical knowledge. I'm telling Mike, like the lining up people and shooting them was crazy to me, man.
That's how wild.
I
Like,
wanted to say,
I'm going to fire different caliber bullets at these people and see
see
how
what
many I
happens.
penetrate.
human experimentation should be
The brother at the back of the line is
should be the sentencing
Fuck.
for like pedophilia and them thing. You know, yeah, man.
Yeah.
You just go after the labs to contribute to science.
Yeah.
no. Firing squad for them, dog.
No, man, contribute. Make them contribute to science and figure out how
We say Japanese style, and then build
Wait, that-
the family for the
That's Chinese.
for the bullet.
Chinese,
Oh,
yeah.
Chinese. How
Wet them.
A silver bullet in the back of your head, and then the man then build your family for the bullet. That, And then left the body with you and said, "Do what you want with it now?" That youngster is in a dog. A dog.
That's why you need to move a country forward.
It's like,
No, but
blah.
even Japan is like
The
a
countries-
thing where it's like if your son commits a crime,
Yeah,
you get fined.
if your son dead in prison, you can go to prison fee. And if you don't finish him sentence, that's a thing.
That's crazy.
That's a thing.
But that's why they don't have no real crime.
Every
But-
great
Right,
country in the world once had a real authoritarian dickhead running it.
The thing is, like, I want a little bit of, like,
I want
a
to
little bit
disagree.
more discipline in the society, but we still want weed for legal. That's all. That is all, you know, like, that's all.
We
Just let
always
weed be
compare
free.
Jamaica to Singapore. Singapore had an authoritarian leader who got rid of all opposition parties and would cane you for chewing bubble gum.
That's, well, yeah, no. So bubblegum became illegal because the country actually spent, like, millions of dollars
Cleaning it
cleaning it up.
I'm gonna just let you guys know.
If you tell a Jamaican them can't have
Caning
me
is really
Wrigley's,
intimidated.
caning?
Really
Yeah, because you're going to put me in a public square.
No,
and
they
fuck
lash you in Singapore, bro. Like,
No,
they lash you.
I'm talking about just caning in general. I'm not talking about just caning. It's really scary because people get caned before you.
that.
So
So
you
you
see
know
them
what's coming.
Yeah.
and you hear them, and it's terrifying. One time in second round, the whole class was going to get caning. And my name is Pagan.
So you way roll about.
Brother, may I watch at least 27 men in front of me, the big, the little, the wide, the small. Bad man, nothing. Ball! I say, oh, John, no dog. I can't deal it. Afraid man, and they get tired. So lucky. so lucky.
Oh, man.
So I don't have enough energy to beat any more
But
kids
yeah,
today.
Singapore, they spend too much money cleaning up the gum, so they said,
No, but that's what I'm
Fuck the
saying.
gum.
So they're a
Singapore
great
have
country
legal,
now.
them have legal sex work, multicultural, multi-religious society, but
Germany.
we just want weed for legal.
Germany is an incredible.
Why we can't have the two of them?
Germany is the powerhouse of Europe. Had an authoritarian leader.
Germany's the mitochondria of Europe.
I don't know,
Powerhouse
man.
myself. Get it? Tutum.
The what them name? China. world's biggest producer.
Oh, powerhouse of the world.
Yeah.
But that's just labor service.
Authoritarian, you know.
There's enough people that listen to you.
But also a government that say, yo, don't give a fuck what you said. This is what
This
you're
is what
going to
you
do.
Yeah, that's true.
Authoritarianism.
If you-
Philippines, Duterte is out there chopping up drug dealers.
Huh?
Yeah, drugs was a big problem in Philippines. So Duterte basically told the police, yo, shoot them. And told people, yo, vigilante justice. If you think people are dealing drugs in your neighborhood, kill them.
What?
The president of the country said that.
I know. I remember that being a
Yes.
thing, though.
They had like 3,000 vigilante killings in like 3 months.
You know what I hate? I'm here trying to not laugh at those things because, like, I know I want to, but you keep laughing. So I laugh too.
You know, I thought about the other day. I was just like, yo, is there a cash reward for turning in illegal guns in Jamaica?
Yeah.
So like, I thought that so like, you know, sometimes you be
Cash for guns?
Crime Stop.
sometimes you be like, you know, washing dishes or you be making up shit in your head. So like, I thought about like, if I were to like disarm a gunman and then
Yeah, anything.
you
Yeah,
know,
you get
no,
fireworks.
and then take the gun from him. But like, it's like the scenario was like, I never sure. So I go to the police station. I was like, I get the illegal gun here, but I only get it if I get some money for it. So, true.
Last year, Crime Stop did pay a couple $1 million well in rewards, and they usually only pay like up to 100,000 per thing. So to pay out millions, they paid out a couple. But you know, it's a big, it's a little nick in the issue that is Jamaica. The issue with Jamaica, right, is a bunch of issues. But one issue I want to talk about now is the fact that we have government officials in charge of disaster management and preparedness with
That were caught off guard.
That were caught
by a
unprepared.
tropical storm.
Desmond McKenzie is a big grassy there.
Whether it
Remember
did
that,
hit
brother.
dead on or pass by, the fact is a hurricane is in a marble. It's a big system. You either gonna get water anyway. How were you caught off guard?
We know what happens when there's water.
Desmond
Yeah, everything
McKenzie
fuck
was
up.
integral in the defunding of ADPEM, the Office of Disaster and Emergency
Preparedness Manager.
and, yeah, whatever it name, ODPM, whatever the fuck them want.
Office of Disaster and Emergency
Preparedness
Preparedness
So when I was
Management.
in prep school,
Right?
we used to have
Yeah.
they used to kind of program us by making our music teacher make up a song talking about like either like a national hero or like
You're one of them niggas that learned the planet,
Pim or
the
something.
planet song.
I don't know about the planet song, but the music used to write the song like he would have make a bill song like. So we have a song about Mary C. Cole and how great Mary C. Cole was. So from me like in like grade 4, I know say Mary C. Cole was a top nurse. You see me? I say, Mary C. Cole had the nursing skill, the skill to cure anyone who was ill. You can see up to now I remember it because it just sick.
And say it was.
We
it
always
was
say we
formative.
remember music, and if only them they put maths on a genius beat, we would have alright.
Big facts. Big facts. if they put a lot of like schoolwork to trap beat, I don't know. I'd be way smarter.
The yes, you will.
And it's funny. If only
But-
Desmond knew that song that I learned in prep school.
No, but I'm saying, you are a minister in the government, you're in charge of these things. You get this Office of Disaster Preparedness and Emergency Management defunded. So there's a lot less. Don't you realize there's very little in the media now about getting prepared for hurricanes and those sorts of
the
things?
radio ads and them
The radio ads played after
Odd
the
Pim.
hurricane.
Exactly.
Oh,
Which is how can you, as the man who get rid of this thing, say you was caught off guard? That means you never have a bumbleclad plan to fix it.
And the fact that he said he was caught off guard is amazing because them man,
You can't admit that, bad man.
them people will lie through them teeth to save face.
You're caught off guard by
a storm.
by
We
a
saw
tropical
coming.
storm in hurricane season in a tropical country that
That
is
we-
prone to
we-
flooding in a river delta city. Like,
Let me put it this way, brother. The only leeway I will give him in that, it turned towards Jamaica late in the night before it hit us. So it actually made landfall in St. Mary.
I don't get any leeway for that.
It wasn't supposed to make landfall,
Don't care.
but it was going past close anyway.
Yes.
So we were
Exactly.
still going to get the things.
Exactly.
So how the fuck you get caught off guard as a minister?
Exactly.
The man in charge of knowing
That was
this
my
is
point by saying a tropical storm
Batman,
is not
you know
a
that-
marble.
You know
Stop
that the
penny
people
penny
at the meteorological office who do the meteorology, the people who go school to study weather, you know, say them have to make the graphics there.
Yeah.
You know, so them have to come on the radio and the news.
Yeah.
The same actual people what do the research have to come present it.
Yeah.
You ever talk to a scientist?
No.
Ah.
Oh my
They don't communicate very well.
They don't
I've seen interviews.
There's no.
I've seen
government
interviews.
Government graphics
No.
department.
That is there is no government PR department for OddPem. The same man them who research it is the same man them who have to like the PR, the release, everything.
You never
There's
what
no
name?
there's
the
understaffed
brother
and
who
there's
read the
stupid.
weather, you know.
Yeah.
The who used to Evan Thompson.
Yeah.
He's now the head of the meteorological society, you know.
He worked his way up.
Yeah. The man who read the weather really was the man studying the weather.
Yeah.
Which is fantastic, but it shouldn't be
It
like
shouldn't
that.
be like that. It
I
shouldn't
never
be.
thought about that, you know, like, is one, like, imagine you're a news station advertising a job for the weather forecaster. Do you require, like...
You have to be a meteorologist.
A first degree...
You shouldn't have to.
A first degree
Oh, really?
meteor-
There should be a meteorologist doing this and just saying, yo, this is what going to happen.
And then you
And you
prepare
just
the press
read
release.
it. Because you are a presenter.
This is the same problem along with a lot of what we talk about Jamaican jobs. They put one thing, but they want you to do like at
17
least 15
million.
roles.
Bro, you said the people for the graphic design, web design...
Graphic design, web management,
Social
RSS
media
management,
content creation.
social media content creation, management, scheduling,
So other duties.
Other duties
may
may
present
working overtime from your house is an
May
amazing
present
thing, you know, that.
themselves. Oh, man.
Working overtime
incredible.
remotely is amazing, you know, bad man. You literally like stuck and can't leave your own. Them control you in your house.
I mean, I watched Black Mirror.
Yeah. We watched
I
a
saw
couple
somebody
episodes
tweet,
the
yo,
other day.
Black Mirror, what going for next season? I was just
Pip
like,
say, yo,
bad man, look
Pip
outside.
say, Pip say,
are
we are the new
cast
season.
members.
Look
we
the
are
fuck
the new
out,
season.
Open the windows.
Every week, not even month anymore. Every week.
Every
something new
episode
happen.
of the last season, I see things out of it coming to fruition. Including the one who talk respect. The one who talk about the other time, Metalhead. But see the little metal dog them from Boston Dynamics that come for fuck with.
Bro, you did see the video I did send a group the other day. I know you
With the
did
one,
see
the,
it.
black, the backflipping one.
Yeah, brother. It's like
Bro,
too
yes, I'm
hardcore.
telling
Him a backflip and go bop bop and bust with fire, man. We are going to die, man.
Yo, you know, like when there's like some like super acrobatic superhero and then they clone him and then he has to fight a robot version of himself.
This idol?
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you know me?
Yeah, but fuck. Leave a little season.
Nah, bro.
Bumbuckler.
Nah, man, herb sashimi, isn't me?
They're
Pussy, right? It raw, you fuck.
raw.
Long time we not smoke no raw weed, brother.
Hey, baby, I like it raw. Hey, baby, I like it raw.
You have a cigarette? If I puff the two of them one after the other, brother. If I prime myself
Oh,
with the
no,
cigarette
this
and then it.
No, that's
This is Sprite.
That's definitely my spirit.
This is my water.
L'esprit.
My l'esprit.
Speaking of which, l'esprit d'escalier.
The spirit of the stairs.
It's that phenomenon when you think about what to say, too late.
What?
It's like, this is what I wish, man, I would have told that bitch off.
Yeah, when you think
Spirit
like
of the stairs, as you're walking downstairs
That's
after
why,
the argument.
that's why you have to imagine the arguments beforehand.
I hate that happens
And-
sometimes.
and
You
No,
know,
because people don't follow the script.
you ever,
preempted.
nigga, you
People
ever
don't follow
catch
the
yourself like
No, you're not
preparing for
running enough
something?
simulations. is what you're
And so the sample size is too small.
or you don't know the person well enough. You know what I mean?
Nah, bro. I hate when that happens, you know, mate. Like you're preparing yourself for a coming conflict or conversation
Yeah.
you have to have that you don't want to have, and you just, all right, you go off for about 50 minutes in your head, just argument after argument after argument.
Running the simulator.
Yeah, for catch yourself
Crunching the
sometimes and be like,
numbers.
yo.
This is not healthy.
Yeah, not at all. I hate that.
Because they're
But
not going to follow the script, so it don't make no sense you're preparing.
I like that it doesn't just happen to me.
No, it's fucking improv.
It's like the game.
Like, oh, fuck you.
It's like,
Fuck you, yeah. I hated the game.
why?
Because you lose it
Yeah,
by
man.
playing it, dog. Like,
That's a real callback right
you
there.
lose it by
Yeah,
playing
man,
it. It's
if
like
everybody, big up whoever got that.
it's like this one.
No, but the sense is too sharp for that.
Caught you
one.
gazing.
Bruh.
Ball gazer.
No, man,
Ew.
the sense is too sharp.
My, yo, as
As I speak about ball gaze.
Remember B word?
Oh,
But-
that's fun.
I remember this fucking E that boxed me for goodbye. I will never forget it.
Do hyphenated words count?
No. Goodbye is one word.
But it's one fucking word.
There's no hyphen.
It's G-O-O.
It's one word. It's a corruption of God be with thee. A one word. Goodbye.
Yeah, what the other one?
Why you goodbye? Blood.
Yeah, man shot me a fuck box in a dog. Knock off my glasses in a brother.
Mama, look what
I was just there stunned. There's a picture of it somewhere on my Facebook if you can find it. I'm just there
Facebook.
stunned, holding the glasses in my hand, saying, "What the fuck?" Like, and he was adamant that bye have a meaning. I'm like, "What bad man? Me never say bye. Me say goodbye, and it's one word."
Dog. Minto shot at
The
you
man
to
that
box
say, yo,
one time.
I never hear the good, brother.
Why
Sorry,
for
bro.
that? Brother, Minto shot at you to box blowing B word one time in the canteen and knock him out clean.
Oh, man.
Like brother, like in the canteen line and it crowded and like man goes and must say, Miss Butt, blah! Yo, like it's when it connect Minto slap him from like behind. So it connects so like cross in
No,
the face.
and the man
Man,
them-
brother, so the man get clapped, the man head turn and he was color.
And the man them will do it in a class, brother. Yo.
Brother, then the
Yeah, I went to a
The te-
co-ed
the te-
school
the-
that didn't have.
The teacher back turn and it's
I was like, die!
what was that? Nothing.
Nothing
miss.
I don't want- nothing miss.
Yeah, man, just a hold it, nothing. Warm, you know,
Yeah.
man, when you get boxed on the whole area just warm up.
Oh, yeah,
Oh.
the uniform.
What was that?
You the inform?
What? So me get box?
Yeah.
After me a pussy.
Ah.
Shut back that
What?
about. Yo, I remember.
Wait,
remember
pon
the
that,
thing with the
brother.
rubber band and the paper, man?
Oh, yo.
Remember one time for
I
the.
thought about that just the other
Me
day.
shoot the teacher by accident.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
it's-
that's happened.
it
But
happens to the best of us.
Wait,
Yeah.
hear the fuck up S thing about it. Right? The fuck up S. Third form. I sit at the back of the class.
Yeah.
At the seat at the door. Me at the last man at the classroom. The teacher at the front and at the middle. My Bridget Mark used to call him Trigger, because I have the trigger head. Him look like the peanut from Proud Family. Man head big, had its own gravitational field. So I line up the man Trigger in the dog and say, yeah man, boss died there, boss when this reach him in a brother.
Shot it and it
It
goes
was a
up.
little
And it-
wide. So it catch the gravitational field and curve around the man head now. And straight up at the front of the class and lick the teacher up on her hand.
It's her hand.
I got a demerit on her shoulder.
It's her
That's a
shoulder.
demerit fight.
Man, them
What's
shot. Mr. Best clean on the side they made one time. Like,
On purpose?
On purpose. Brother, the man them used to take the paper clip them and stretch out the paper clip and then fold the paper around that and then fold that up into the shot.
Nah,
so when the
brother.
man them fire and shot that way, dog, the man would recover the bullet. Cause that is a that is
arrow, it's a
a
bow
wet,
and arrow.
brother,
That's
that is
precious
a,
ammo.
brother, that's a bow the man making a dog. So he said the
No.
man like man.
It's when you take a playing card.
Hold on. Oh God, brother, the man them used to tormented that man till he broke mentally and quit. But one of the things them did do was it wasn't even by accident. It was a dead shot, stand up and aim. I wasn't in the class, but them they tell me, man, stand up at the back of the class and the middle of the class and aim. Whack him, and it went right into the middle of the man ball head. Coco. The man them tormented that man for the school year, dog. They, I don't know why.
I
Why
fucked them up.
I wish I knew why they picked him.
Everybody gets one.
Everybody has that one teacher.
Yeah.
Did you have a teacher at Campion that like they just bothered?
Yeah, it was a Indian maths teacher. Them used to lock the classroom door.
with him in the class.
No. When he was on his way to class.
Oh, so he couldn't come into.
Yeah.
It's crazy because like I was a really good econ student, but one time in a Cape, the whole class called the econ class. Bro. So the man go to the classroom and the one of them with it.
Yeah, I remember in third form, like them they spend the summer like repainting the whole third form block, everything brand new. First day of school, the man them graffiti one entire wall from edge to edge. First day of school, suspended the whole of it.
The entire school?
Entire class. Entire class. Not even one person in the class. All 40 picnic. Boom. Whole of it.
One time Mr. Myrie did suspend a whole year group. One time.
Holy fuck.
I'll tell you, third form, gum. Just assembly one man, you know, brother. Can't just imagine your headmaster at your school come out one man and say, yo, we've had some very serious offenses occurring on the compound. So, yo, third form, go home. Don't come back till next year. In a third form again.
Brother, man. Yo, suspension at school, you would think was supposed to be like a shameful thing. But it was really just a day off.
Would be like, they'd laugh at you and then it'd be whatever.
Nobody laughed at you. It was just like, fuck you,
Your high
with a day
school
off.
disciplinary record never end up mattering outside high school.
Your
like,
permanent record's gonna follow you forever.
then what are we doing? Yo,
Me, they are worried about demerit and
detention.
No, me, they are worried about detention.
Detention.
Brother.
I got a detention every single day for fifth form. Never, I went to 3. But every single week, I should say, sorry, for the entire year of fifth
Weren't you a
form.
prefect?
Yeah, for the entire year of fifth form, I got a detention. Because if you came to school late 2 times in a row, you automatically get a demerit, 2 demerits get your detention. I was late to school every day.
When I was in
Your
first
father worked there.
After school.
my first form class, we had the most detentions in the school, like one term.
Yeah.
Like the man that was at least out the class them with the most detentions, and it's gonna say 1-0, the most detention in the school. I said low.
First one.
Yo, my class, my first form class is unruly still, bro. We had a unit that get expelled in our first form.
Yep. Yeah.
What the fuck did you get expelled in first?
Right,
You wilding, bro.
Because he was wilding, bro. The man had like drape up and box all the teacher them.
You're 11.
Yeah.
Niggas wild.
Bro.
You're 11.
It was great. Bro, people come to school with them issues from home, bro. You never know.
The man them that used to wild the
I
most.
mean, that Spanish teacher quit like in the first 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Well,
Man,
I don't know if it's we specifically, but she walked
I
out
remember.
of
No, them did that
our
to-
class
them
time.
did that to a bus-
ball,
a
and, like,
business.
she never come back and work.
Them did that to a business econ teacher, dog. The man them did.
When it fake a possession.
Ball.
Bro, the
And
all
one
boys
of my
school is a
second
different
form
type of
Spanish
thing, bro.
teacher.
Like for the people who work there and for the youth, them. Bro.
Is
I
that,
can't. You know what I mean? I can't.
No, I remember a fake possession thing
Fake possession.
on one of
Like a-
our
like a
on one of
D1
our Spanish.
position?
Yeah.
Wow.
In second
Wow.
form. To
Us-
fuck with our one of
See,
our
that woulda-
teachers, our Spanish teacher, I think.
There was
She had a
a
fat ass, and if she was writing on the board, it would jiggle.
with the wagon or the business teacher.
Wagon in the brother, like.
Business teacher with the
Yo,
whole
when
wagon
she
on
write
there.
on the board, man, them a pay attention in a bad man, but not on what she write.
No man, for the jig.
I just like I had such the teachers that I remember from high school were real characters. Like there was her with a big ass and she was married to an old man. Then there was this other teacher who got pregnant every year
I think we all
till
had
they
one of
let
those.
her go. Cause you're like, yo, we can't keep paying you so much maternity leave.
Yo, that's a good thing. Yo, you work for the government. The government to give maternity leave and you just breed up.
Every year is a stress on the body that
I had a
dog.
teacher, my English teacher, that used to talk to her markers on the duster, and her teachers drove her to her parents drove her to school every morning, and she sat on the back seat in the middle, like towards the front of the seat, like in between her parents in the 2 front seat, like a child.
How old was she?
I don't know, like
Big old man?
young enough.
Oh,
In her
okay.
20s.
Okay. I
But-
thought you were gonna say like 40.
No, in her 20s, but she spoke to the markers when we were doing work, and like we're quiet doing work, she'd be up there talking to the markers.
Just a
I
interesting
remember
lady.
she sent me to detention one time. No, she sent me to the dean.
What did you do?
Somebody did something and I said poor soul, and she misheard me and thought I called him a pussy hole. And she sent me to the dean. And I knew what I said, and in the moment I didn't realize that she had misheard. So when she went to go to the, she's like, Mikhail, how could you? How dare you go to the dean's office? I'm like,
What's
Miss for
that do?
what?
What's that do?
I
You know
called
what
him
you
a-
said?
Call him a poor soul.
Poor soul.
you know you-
and then you think so you
Poor
fucking
soul.
You're fucking with her.
Yeah.
No, man, you call him a pussy hole. It's like, no, I did not.
And then I thought about it. You know, but that's really close. Poor soul and poor soul.
One time when I was in fifth form, bro, this dude and his dad came in speeding into the fucking school, bro, and almost hit me. And I, in my shock and anger, I called him a pussy hole, bro, and then he informed on me, and then me, I forgot.
The parent informed on you?
Yes!
What kind of pussy that?
I'm just like, yo, bro, you almost ran me
You
over,
told on a
almost-
teenager.
Bro, I wasn't even in the middle of like the main
No,
one, bro.
You told on a teenager, man.
In a in a school year
Brother.
over the lower campus side of school, first to third form. The man them do a thing where when school year done, and bust off your pocket them. It's
Yeah.
just adapt. But come there, come see it. So me na must the second form dog and school year done. So I run on away, tear off people pocket, you know, someone a tear collar, whatever. I'm gonna say one youth I walk, brother, I'm run by and pop off in pocket. My pocket gone morning in it.
And the man swing on you.
No, no, pop off in pocket, brother, and the man father pop out of the car and grab me and start cuss like, how you do that, blah, 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 blah. Disciplinarian was like on
I
their
know
way.
your money by the uniform, but how dare you?
Bads, big bads, man have on him work clothes. Somebody run by him because the gate was behind him. Somebody run by him and pop off theme color. Man stop, man turn up, say something, the man
pocket.
pass by and the man thing
Oh,
gone
colour
too.
gone.
Color gone, pocket gone, the man shirt nasty up. Me gone. Me gone them time because him let me go for turn around.
You know, say him
By
go
the
fuck
time
up in Pitney.
Bro, by the man, the man come to school, defend the youth, him thing get take to.
Him
The
go
three
beat up
people
in
them
Pitney.
gone.
I forgot I'm gonna beat up him, youth.
Everybody
Look how
lose
you make
them
this happen
pocket.
to
Why
me.
you think say you're
Look how you make
special?
this happen to me, youth.
Everybody lose them
Oh,
pocket.
actually,
Why do you think
oh,
say you're
gosh.
picnic special? But I tell you what, dog. One morning, we're driving to school. Me and I must say first form, and Hamlin see something and him say, "Watch this." It was a mother. She's a nurse. If I've told this story before, I'm sorry. She was a nurse, and her son, nurse single mother, had her son at school, and the boy I gamble the money, like the school, the lunch money and whatnot. Where am I get my gamble it and thing? Him and him Virgin. And them
What
call-
form are you in gambling away your lunch money?
I'm in first form. I don't know what form.
Oh,
I'm in.
okay.
Whoa, yo,
Hold on,
I used to gamble in school too,
hold on, dog. It's a short man. She took out a rather large handgun, got him to call her to school, and she dipped the clip and turned it round and hit him so hard in him face. And Virgin did start ball. That's how hard she is. One rotted lick she gave him out to it, brother. And then Virgin start ball. And she reach back to lick him again. And then they like pull her off and whatnot. And she cuss him and kick him in the middle and said, "No, come back home." And jump into the car and drive away. Amlin look for and just said, "Dog gamble here." Me? Never did. I guess that stuck. Never did.
Boy,
The dog was gambling at school, so mother come fuck him up and tell him don't come back home.
When I was in
Brother,
like,
cloth him, cross him head with the gun and kick him in the face.
third form, fourth form road, the man them used to shoot dice.
Yeah.
Old ones, dog.
Yeah,
Wow.
by the there's
And
I
no,
don't
there's a one time, so somebody got informed pound now,
Oh.
bro. And one time over the intercom, them call must about 30 away name, you know, bro.
Bumbuckler.
And one
30 people,
one
huh?
bugger thing, but that they never suspend the whole of one time though. They give you Saturday detention.
Ah,
So they come to school and clean up school and chat with and everything there. So yeah, dog, it's like 28 away show up on school for the Saturday, and bro. And I said,
bro, God, you know what I'm saying?
But
With
thing is,
a,
I used to win money though, but me say man bet them lunch money and all them bus fare, you know, bro.
And
Them
lose
big-
it.
Big bus fare.
And
after.
lose it,
And I say,
brother.
brother, how you make that happen to yourself, bro? How you do that to yourself, G?
No get vexed
How
money.
how you shoot dice with your bus fare, bro? Like that's crazy.
Ma tell-
I
ma
did
tell
not
you about-
gamble at school
I tell you
until
about
university.
Yo, I tell you about Lions already,
Yes.
right? I never gambled any at all. I tell you about Lions, right? Where every,
$10,
$10 sinker poker.
yo,
dog.
I did tell you about Lions,
$10
right?
sinker poker.
Lions.
There's a brother I did go school with,
Lions,
brother.
the man could thief the milk out of coffee.
Literally, the man was a Lions walk past and he comes so. The man them didn't allow him to even try out for the track team because he wasn't allowed to be near like
People's
locker
things.
rooms. Just don't do that. One time, man, them was gambling, and I don't remember how much money, but it was a size. It was when at least $5 was money. Like when man would have begged money, they would have begged $20. Lions stole at least 10 grand from like just the circle. And I don't mean just like cash alone, things too. And everybody knew, but you can't prove it. So you just stuck. That's one of the worst people for have know anything about the gambling circle in a brother. Because I knew where the man them would gamble. I would never let Lion. If I was them, I would never like allow a person like that around me. But best believe, everybody went home broke. Everybody. And you knew it was who, but you couldn't prove it.
I wonder where that dog is now in life.
Probably work in an honest life. More than likely. But
Sure
it's
it's
just
not
an amazing
just
thing
kleptomania.
that we had What's the exam he did do in fifth form? Not CXC, the one like mock exam or some
Mock
shit like
exam.
that. The man we had, I think it was physics or geo, one of them two. Cause the protractor and thing them did there. The principal of the school did like lock the classroom them and was searching bag by bag because some little youth did get something stolen from him. And I remember him did ask him in front of everybody, son, who you said that you gave the thing to? One boy named Lions. And the principal kissing teeth and saying, nah, get that back, you. Sorry. And just let everybody go. Everybody knew.
Yeah, nah,
Yeah,
get that one.
nah, get that back, my G. I'm sorry. So life go. Osh. That is a brilliant thief.
I remember me lose my iPod that way there. Man, just leave it out of my bag.
Straight.
I won't call your name, bro, because I know you're watching the pod and shit. But or Virgin, who's a PT, right?
Mm-hmm.
Man found a school one day with his PSP. So PSP was the thing in the dark, and like at least 3 man would have them PSP and you bought Dragon Ball Z or whatever together. It was fun. Man have a one strap bag with the flap that goes over like that, and it zips in the middle here. So him have the PSP in the PSP case in the bag. Zip the bag together so it's like this, put the flap over it so you're protecting the flap, lock the flap, put it in front of him and held his back like this for the whole day that he wasn't playing game. Reach home, everything they were there except for the PSP. The case there, PSP not there. When? How?
Lions.
Skills. I have to call that skills, brother.
How do you put skills like that to good use?
You know
How you
how
do
they,
that?
you know how they train?
Oh.
I feel like him know, you know.
Them soak a jeans in water and then they put money in it and then hang it on a clothesline and then they have to pick the jeans without making the line move.
You're not going to tell me that the man them train for thief, man.
Of course,
What-
once
what
you're
you-
going to
what
learn
you
to do
mean?
it
I
good.
mean, besides like standard practice, the man them train at home for go to road with thief
No,
money.
sleight of hand is like a skill that is like
Underrated.
millennia old, you know what I'm saying?
You ever watch Brain Games? Where like the
No.
brother, you never watched that show before? You should read it. It's on Netflix.
With the black dude? No.
No, it's on Netflix. It's a Nat Geo show where they will do sleight of hand stuff, like a bunch of different stuff, just to show how your brain works. And there's a dude on it who is a professional, I guess you'd call him magician, whatever. I never pick up any of the shit that dude's doing, man. The man,
No, I got sleight of hand shit,
the
man.
man basically
Yo,
took
it's
off a woman's
incredible.
earrings
Yeah.
and her ring, like while talking to her, and you're watching the conversation, and until the man them slow it down,
And
You
show
don't
you.
see
you not pick up nothing, dog.
Whereas when the man, I see one where the man like something there, take the man belt off while talking to him.
Yeah,
And the dog don't realize.
yeah. It's some ridiculous shit the man them do, dog. And they'll play games with you where it's like so you have X amount of like objects on the screen, and you have to keep focus on how many objects are on the screen. And for the life of you, the number hasn't changed. It changed at least 15 times, but it's like just imperceptible little stuff that until the man then point it out to you. When them point it out, it's like, boom, dog, but real time. The human brain really and all that, like,
It weak.
it weak in some aspects,
It's
you know, brother.
susceptible, man.
It's susceptible to some shit for real, brother. Like, no joke. Oh, God, I think I'd want that superpower.
What?
Like exceptional dexterity and sleight of hand. Like them niggas
Gambit?
I don't know, wasn't Gambit make them blow up? What's the name of
Gambit
that
has
movie?
sleight of hand. That's his
What's the
thing.
name
Yeah.
of that movie? No, You See Me?
Yeah.
Oh,
You ever see like the card scene?
Yeah.
Where they're basically passing out. That'd be pretty cool. If not real. Or the mentalist shit where you talk to the person and just slowly like figure out everything about them. Or
That's the one I
want
wanna
to
do.
shit.
that's the one I want to do.
Pretty
Brain
much.
hacking.
Yeah. For sure.
Like I remember watching a show where they had to hack into this guy's like email address or something like that, and they knew that he changed his password every 3 days or something like that. You don't think it was Charlie's Angels? Was it? No, it wasn't. But anyway,
The one with Lucy
They-
Liu did fire.
they knew that he would change the password every 3 days. So every time they were surveilling him close, and they kept bumping into him and then doing things that got him to think about squirrels.
That was Charlie's Angels.
yeah,
Yeah.
Charlie's Angels got him to think
Oh,
about
so they
squirrels.
influence what the password
And then
Yeah.
he changed the password to squirrels because
Yeah.
that was on his mind.
That was
Like,
Charlie's
shit like that
Angels.
is crazy, dog. That's literal brain hacking, man.
It doesn't work quite like that, but it is a very real thing. suggestibility.
Mm-hmm.
That, you just scoot, put this here, put that there, and then all of a sudden a thought you think is your whole independent thought. Not inception, just less wild.
Independent thoughts. What's that?
You said there's no such thing as an
Hive
independent
mind.
thought.
We are Borg.
Is there such a thing as an independent
We are
thought?
Borg. We are one.
I don't know.
That is my question to the class.
We are the singularity.
In the history of things that have ever been thought. You know what I mean? Like, I don't imagine like some random dude like in ancient times having like some super futuristic dreams or something and he just never have an outlet. You know what I mean? Or he just died of some diarrhea or the kind of common cold or
Died of diarrhea.
no.
That used to mash up
I
people.
know diarrhea still
Diarrhea
kills people.
still mash up
I
people.
was fucking niggas up, bro. What?
Diarrhea still knocks people the fuck out, brother. What are you
So-
talking about?
Yeah, bro. You know what I mean? So we never know. You know what I mean? Or it's like sometimes I be having like thoughts and then I go on Google search it
And someone thought it already.
Yeah.
There's a saying that there's no
Nothing new
original
under
idea.
the sun.
There's no original idea under the sun since Adam. Do you think that as we have advanced in terms of technology, I was going to say technological advancements, life, all these advancements and shit, do you think it has gotten easier or harder to have the next big creation? Leap. So,
Both of them.
it's like fire, big art.
It's both easier and harder.
How
There
so?
are less new things, but there's more technology to create more new things. So back in the day, the things that a lot of things have been
Hold on. There are
created,
less new. I just want to get what you said. There are less new things
but we have the technology to
to
create more new things. In that we've made sliced bread, but no, we have new technology to make like thin sliced bread or something like that, like things like that. I mean, like there's no reinventing the wheel, but
You can order
can
sliced
perfect
bread
it.
to your house.
yeah,
You can perfect the wheel or give variants.
right. So like before, you would invent like a seatbelt. No, inventing a seatbelt would be rudimentary. You're going to invent like a robot sensing thing for the vehicle to stop it from crashing overall. So it's the same thing, but it's a new thing because of technology.
Refinement.
Yeah.
So we went from the stick to the stone on the stick to
So we used to hit
metallurgy.
stuff with stick, and now we have hammers, and then we
It's
have
like
pneumatic hammers, and
Yeah.
then, like just that. It's
Yeah.
still a hammer,
coming from the black and white.
It's still the hammer. It's just
new because
Refined.
of technology. Yeah.
Okay.
coming from the black and white TV to
Yeah.
like these like
Big
new
buck TV,
like
them.
the rollable LED, the rollable
those are
OLED.
those are so
Flexible
sick.
Yeah, bro.
Those are so
and it's
sick,
like
yo.
paper, and it's like paper thin. You know, what I
Those
mean?
are
it's
so
like,
sick. Have you seen the frame TVs where where the TV's on, the TV when it's off, it looks just like a framed canvassed piece of art. It is, and it's OLED, so it runs ultra low energy. It is beautiful, and when I tell you the bezels are,
Not there.
ooh, and it,
Just enough to hold the screen on.
oh my youth, I really like technology,
it's like a
visual
LG paper
technology.
thing where it's like even the ends are tapered, so like it looks like it's just like
Isn't
a
it-
window on
remember
the wall.
Samsung had
isn't
like
it
wraparound
isn't it
screens
like
on the
thin like
phones?
your shirt, and then it's just like one cable from like the middle part that goes down, and that connects to everything. Other than that, it's just like basically it's a film on your wall.
No, it's the one where them have it in. It's like it come in like in like a rectangular box, and the TV roll up out of it.
That must be all like.
Like a banner.
That must be.
No, but and it's like that's what I'm saying. This rollable OLED. You know what I mean? So it's
Waiting
like, it
for-
literally.
Big up OLED, you know that.
Waiting for holograms.
Big up. All right. Every type of hologram or like futuristic projection of how them consume media in any show I've ever seen, anyone, I don't like any of it. It looks way worse than what we have now.
But like R2D2 shooting out a tiny thing.
That looks way worse than what that's like big back TV quality.
See there? Is this?
Don't show me now. Send me the link.
Oh, sorry.
Oh no, I saw that.
Game man.
Yeah, no, that did look like big back TV quality, you see me? Like if you look at most
But it's a
hologram
3D hologram, bro.
if you look at most holograms or futuristic ways of showing, so like here's one I hate. Here's a trope I hate. The tablet that's see-through with information on it.
Yeah,
That would be so difficult to see anything.
Yeah.
That's not practical at all. It just look nice. I mean, like
The iPhone Air.
I have actual. I know it's weird to
Completely
say, but like
see-through.
that's one of the gripes I have with movies. I don't say this out loud, but in my head, when I see these futuristic monitors, I always go, "That looks shitty." Like
It's a data just floating in front of you.
Yeah,
know what I
I
mean,
had something
man?
to say and I completely forgot it.
Marijuana's a
It's-
hell of a plant. bro.
it's like people that fuck with projectors. I like
projectors.
I like projectors in the pitch black.
Yeah.
They have some super like clean projectors nowadays too.
Yeah, and then you burn out the bulb, and they don't like work that well in ambient light. I live in Jamaica. The sun sits here and talks to us.
Black out the room, bro.
Can't do that all the time, brother.
Movie theater.
Movie theater. You'd have to have it in like a dedicated movie theater room. I don't understand having a projector as your regular
Your
watch.
main TV.
Okay, you go shell out the
understand
bulb.
it either.
You shell out the bulb. It's not that sharp. It's just really big, and you can change the size of the screen.
I like projectors. I don't know.
Projectors are alright. They're for theater experiences. A TV for have light. TV for give me the light. It shouldn't
Just
be
give
putting
me
the
the
light on the thing.
light.
You see me?
Just
TV
give me
can
the
like just
light.
bright and sharp and
Son of a- But I don't really
Yo.
care what people
Bob.
say. I
Bob.
don't really want
could you
them to do.
could you go back to like a 720p panel? Have you been spoiled by life for 4K? Nigga.
720p panel rough still.
I know that, dog. When you watch YouTube and the fucking thing drop to 144, turn off that. Cannot. 360p cannot. 480 cannot be watched.
Could you go back to a 720p
360,
TV?
Yes, but
Your-
nothing less.
480 used to crispy once upon a time.
Once upon a time.
Crips. Back in the GPRS days.
Or all
Once upon a
PlayStation
time.
1 graphics, brother.
The box, the polygons. Lara
No,
Croft
but
with
no,
them triangular
but remember the
titties.
Final Fantasy cutscenes.
It always did bun me that the game never did
Movie
look so.
quality.
Brother.
Always did bun me that the game never did
Fucking
look so.
Cloud Strife have this big black fire hand.
My youth, it always used to bun
Oh,
me
you
that-
hold the sword with a black fire hand, Cloud.
Dog, I've always hated like turn-based thing in my like unless it's
Nah,
like
I'm
card
just fine with
stuff.
it.
Unless it's like card stuff, I hated playing Final Fantasy,
made
brother.
it worth it.
The cutscenes though, lit.
The movie was Guess.
Yeah. Which
Advent
one?
Children.
All of the movies,
Oh,
yes.
no,
Advent
brother. That first
Children.
movie was fuckery. I'll rewatch it the other day. That first movie was absolute rubbish. It was rubbish when I was a kid because I couldn't understand it.
Yeah,
And
Advent
I rewatched
Children.
it as an adult. No, man, I'm talking about Final Fantasy The Spirits Within.
Oh,
I-
no, fuckery.
My youth, absolute
big
garbage.
fuckery. Big fuckery.
I didn't understand it as a kid, and then as an adult rewatching it,
You still
no, it's not that I didn't understand it. It
is
don't
fool.
make no fucking sense. It fool. Like it's so dumb, dog. But it did look pretty.
Facts.
Advent Children, bad. What are you talking about? Everybody loves Advent Children.
I remember what I wanted to say earlier.
What you want to say, bro?
It was about the innovation that we were saying, like innovating and it being harder.
Mhm.
So like you know how like back in like the silent movie era, they used to have like the scene, like the scenery on like a roll.
Yeah.
That,
Oh, yeah,
you know,
yeah,
So
yeah.
there's so go from that, which was probably groundbreaking technology at the time,
Hell yeah.
to green screen, right?
Yeah,
But now
couple stuff
a lot of
between
the
there and
movies
green
aren't
screen.
even using green screen anymore. They're using a whole room of screens.
Yeah. Yeah.
To shoot movies and insert
Really?
the scenery digitally that
Yeah,
way. Yes.
a lot of
it's not,
scenes
it's not
they
just
don't
green screens anymore. It's
a lot of
literally
scenes
like
they don't build
a room
practical
of
sets.
screen.
They don't build practical sets for certain things anymore.
As in like TVs, like really big TVs.
yeah.
it's like some kind of specially curved
Yes.
monitor using that
Yes.
curved monitor technology. So it's like a literal like very
Yes.
So
large.
why then do just the
It's
green
it's
screen?
it's a screen the room.
Because it
Tune
has some
color.
advantages to it.
You can tune the color better, and then because you can tune the color better, it lets you map everything out better, so that you can then like paint a better picture.
And then everything becomes an asset in the thing.
Yeah, every individual water ripple is an asset. So it's huge, and I don't really like it.
I have to go back and watch the mini doc and
I'm a practical
find
effects
out
guy.
again why it's so groundbreaking. But I was just like,
You
that's
can
kinda
do
crazy.
you can do a lot more, a lot faster.
Or, yo, you know what blew my mind recently?
But
I
I'm a
just
practical
remembered
effects guy. I'm a minis guy.
the infinite treadmill that's gonna allow you to have proper RPG and gun game VR experience. It's like
yeah.
treadmill where like it will keep you centered and
The
you can run
the Omni
and
Infinite
strafe
treadmill.
and all of them thing there with the VR.
That
Bro,
exists?
It's in development.
It's in development.
I don't want
It probably exists in the military already.
But
I don't want it.
There's a working prototype though.
I don't want it. Why? Go outside.
What different is still like
How else we going to get to the state of Wally?
out of all of the
outside.
cyber dystopia movies, I'm Ready Player One. That is me. Like the full Sword Art Online, the full immersion
Nah,
video.
keep it
Man,
RPG
just say
video
SAO
game.
like is a real thing.
Keep your
No, I'm saying like when that
oh.
becomes a thing,
Oh.
I am
You
there.
mean when
They-
when Bumbuckler
if they want to call that the mark of the beast.
No, keep your
there.
isekai. I hate isekai. Never.
No,
I don't.
but no,
I
but
don't.
just-
I
What's the
don't.
name
Want,
again?
the
Code
concept.
Geass?
Code Geass.
Code Geass.
That's not a virtual
Code Geass is
world thing
awesome.
until like it gets far in.
Or like that hack sign, you know what I mean?
Brother, as someone knows somebody burn out them show there from a long time. That hack sign came on Toonami and it's the only Toonami show I'd have changed station for.
Nah, that was
But
me
Bun-
and Code Lyoko.
Oh no, that was
I couldn't deal
Maguzi.
with the fire them.
That was
Code
Maguzi.
Lyoko was a French show, wasn't it?
Code
It was a
Lyoko
French
was
cartoon.
a big-headed garbage
Some
show
big-head
that
fucker.
came on fucking Maguzi that replaced my Toonami, so I burned fire upon you because I
Cool.
rolled with Tom.
Yeah,
and
Fat
then
Tom.
now that I'm older, I start to realize that those types of things are because of like cable agreements and like geo blocking and them things for like
Yeah.
regions. But like
My name is in Latin America, you don't get
I
Toonami.
enjoyed Code
You don't
Lyoko.
get nothing.
I remember enjoying it.
Yeah, you could relate. I could not fuck with Code Lyoko, bad man. I hated Code. I don't like the art style. I never have, never will.
I get that. The
Never
mix
will.
of the 3D with the 2D was kind of it didn't age well.
Fully 3D stuff, it's never
But-
been like a unless
I was
it's
really
done well,
interested
like
in
it
the
was done in
story of
Attack
it,
on
like,
Titan. That
They
could
really
work.
built a lot of suspense around like how did the computer world come into existence and what is the significance of the orphanage and was
Take
the
your word for it, bro.
pink-haired girl a real person before she was
Mama Tabo.
digitized?
Code Lyoko. I take your word for
Shut the
it,
fuck
bro.
up, man.
Yeah, shut
Bro,
The only memorable fact about
Let
that
me tell
show
you,
was that everybody
If
fucking fired was
if that
huge.
show was like a novel, I would read it because
Happy
it
for
was
you.
real. Like you know what I mean. The concept was nice. I get your gripes with the art style. I'm not disputing.
The
that.
one thing me
happy
want
for
to bring
you.
back are Zoids. I really need to go watch Zoids.
Zoids
I think I rewatch
is
Zoids
nice, man.
randomly like every couple of years.
Yeah, yes.
I randomly rewatch Zoids every couple of years.
because it's a staple.
I should
Yeah.
watch Zoids. I should rewatch Zoids with
And it's all on Toonami.
Lost Century.
Not Toonami, sorry. It's all on YouTube.
Lost Century
Both of
with,
them.
with Zeke.
Both of them, yeah. They're all on Lost Century and Chaotic Century New Century Zero. And Lost thing, they are on
The one with Liga Zero is which one?
New Century Zero.
New Century Zero.
And Chaotic is with the Shield Liger and
And
Zeke that did evolve into a Blade Liger, the blue
Chaotic Century was crazy, dog. It's like
It's fire.
Pokemon and Zoids.
one.
I loved it.
It was
I
fun.
love that shit.
The little
This
organelles.
little dinosaur in the core of the big Zoid.
And then the black Zeke and the blue Zeke and the red Zeke.
And Raven.
in over my head right now.
Nah, dog. Zoids
Big
was fire.
barely
big shows,
keeping
bro.
up.
Zoids was, I fucked with
Like-
Zoids so hard when I used to play the Visual Boy on my
Liger
computer.
Zero.
I had
You know what I
the,
mean? Like
that's-
yes, but
I
Every
played
other
the
one
Zoids Game Boy Advance game, dog.
I remember
No.
the other one with the dude who was flying the thing and like he was kind of afraid of heights because his dad was a pilot.
That's Van.
No, that's not Van. That's Van is Van piloted like a Zero. That
Van
is-
had, but he had the hoverboard.
Nah, him talking about
The next youth where he
him
used
talking
to
about
fly
the next
the
youth him did
supersonic
fly
thing.
the green Zoid.
After me, I remember nobody else in that show.
Wild Eagle is what like his persona was like. He would have knock out when he was flying because he did Freddy, and the
The only
persona
one
would
I
take over
remember
and he
is
would
the
like
wolf.
kill it. The wolf,
The hunter. The brother with the red bandana.
How does Yu-Gi-Oh stack up for you?
Yu-Gi-Oh!
You get slaps. What are you talking about? You get slaps.
Kaiba!
You get slaps. Kaiba boy.
Kaiba boy!
Yo, they got
Yugi boy!
They
Dog.
got really good at making cartoons and anime for products. It wasn't the other way around. Like they said, hey, we have this toy. How are we gonna sell it?
Make a show.
Let's make an anime. Like, what?
But that's
You know what I mean?
that's how-
Beyblade.
Yu-Gi-Oh was fire. No,
Pokemon,
Beyblade is fucker.
Yu-Gi-Oh.
I
But
can't
that's how-
believe there was a Beyblade series.
Beyblade
Fuck you.
was awesome.
you are gonna
was awesome.
no, you are gonna fuck off.
It was
and don't
awesome,
talk
like,
shit about my
Drasil-
Dronzo, I'm a
Drasil was my
Drasil,
nigga.
I'm a Dragoon, I'm a Driggo. All right,
All right.
those
All right,
niggas,
Driggo.
those niggas.
Okay, Drigger, you
were-
ain't gotta be using that hard R on me.
Those were amazing, brother.
Brother.
I loved.
Yeah, but it was
Beyblade.
stupid. Like Bakugan.
No,
that's when it started. That's when it
Back. No, that's when I got too old for that
Battle
shit.
Brawl is that now you're really
What was
selling
it?
me
Do you
something
remember Duel Masters?
I remember the name.
Yes.
Yeah, it was like Yu-Gi-Oh! Then Duel Masters and then Bakugan. Like they lost me at Duel Masters.
Yeah, he lost me at Doom.
Yo,
Like,
you remember?
Digimon got me to buy a whole video game. Like,
Straight.
Digimon.
Do you remember
Digital Monsters,
the Chibi
Digimon
Gundam?
are the champions.
You remember the Chibi Gundam?
Didn't watch it.
Change into
Gundam-
digital
Gundam XD.
monsters.
Didn't watch
But
it.
it was XD?
XD Gundam.
Yeah,
Did-
with Bakudetsu Maru.
Yeah, I didn't watch it.
The
Metabots.
Chibi Gundam.
Medabots was fire.
Metabots was fire, bad man.
It's
Metabots.
Chibi, but it is Chibi Gundam.
Yeah, no, yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it was.
Yeah, nah. The only Gundams I did watch was
Endless Waltz is cinematic quality, but
Gundam Z with the
Zero.
can I just say
With the
Hero?
shine-
Wait, no.
with the shiny-
Zero. Wait. Leave Hero alone.
Fuck Hero. What do you mean?
Leave Hero.
Hero is the worst, most miserable motherfucker on the planet.
Leave
the bitch
Hero,
handed
you
him a
alone.
love note, and what the dog do?
Tear
What
it
the
up
dog
on-
do?
tear it up on
Don't even
Flickr
open it
face.
to the
does
man.
not remember.
Tear it up and fling it in face because the man knows.
Nah, dog. Go back. Go watch Endless Waltz.
Leave Hero Yui alone. Yeah, I watched
been a
Gundam
while.
Hero
Wing,
fucker, dog.
Gundam Wing, Gundam Endless Waltz, G Gundam, and Iron Blooded Orphan. So those are the only ones I
Cyborg
watched.
009?
Yeah, never liked it.
That's the niggas in the red and the fat you with the big nose.
Yeah.
I never really watched it.
Me, that wasn't really my thing.
It's like
Here's
you know what
one.
it reminds me of Shaolin Showdown.
Oh, that was
Shaolin
fire!
Showdown was-
What you talking about?
Fire.
It was fire, but I'm saying the
Wait,
characters of Cyborg 009 and
Omni,
they carry
Omi,
Omi.
and
And Raimundo. And
Raimundo.
Clay. And
Yo,
I'm so
Raimundo.
happy
And-
Raimundo was the leader at the end.
damn, what the girl name again?
Kimiko.
Kimiko Bombo Class.
Shiny Bee.
Yes.
No, was she? Yeah, she used to just always change her
Remember
hair.
Jackie Chan
Shengon Wu.
Adventures?
Jackie.
Yo,
You
when I was,
mongwe
when
going
I was
by
a
the
kid,
show.
I used to have like
Mongwe
a
by the
small
show.
notepad and I used to sketch like the items from like cartoons.
The medals, the
The
medallions.
Shengon Wu
Oh, that them.
Shengang Wu.
and other video games and stuff, you know what I mean?
Bomba Shengang Wu.
Those were the days when you could just watch cartoons.
Yeah, dog, and this
Yo, but
visual.
no, but so did that show actually finish or did it get cancelled?
I probably got
Did it
canceled.
wrap up like and
Fuck yeah,
and
ask me
conclude?
better them day. Them
I
watch
really don't
TV.
remember.
If me turn on the TV and
I
they show
was
that on the
on,
TV,
I'ma watch
and that me watch.
Yo, and then Flo came around and you could see the TV guide.
And yeah, when it scroll past.
No,
Yeah, no, that was before.
Not the TV guide channel.
No, man,
And
TV
even Flo
TV
could,
guide.
when you could have got in the thing.
Bro, TV guide. No, but that's too far ahead, dog. TV guide used to come in at the
She
newspaper.
don't remember when the channels
TV
used
guide
to
used to
scroll
come in at the
past
newspaper.
on the TV. She too
young.
Too young for you.
TV guide used to come in the newspaper.
If she
and
don't
then
remember
it
the
went
little
to
booklet.
the scroll, the
Yeah.
booklet.
The little
and then
booklet
it
in
went
the
to the.
newspaper.
You could have got to a certain channel, and if you miss the channel, fuck it, you just have to wait till it
wait
reach
till it
back.
scroll through
You have
everything.
pay ads are going in at the corner. You just go and watch a couple of ads until the station and try to go, yeah, man, that are going cool.
Shit was crazy.
And y'all have it nice now, you know, dial up. Dial up. Only even know so you couldn't go up on the internet or else the rest of the house can't
Come
use the
on
phone.
for the blood clot.
Internet,
Yo.
no one use the phone.
Yo, you remember the Batman Beyond Looney Tunes? What that the name again? On WB in the Saturday morning.
Anime, Lunatics. It was called
Something like
Lunatics. It's
But
called
as you said,
Lunatics.
Batman Beyond, that was the best
It
Batman
was- it
animated
wasn't
series.
like
Batman
Looney
Beyond.
Tunes Justice League type of vibe.
It
No,
was
but
yeah, it was
What I'm
called
saying-
Lunatics.
no, but that's exactly what it
It's
I would
called
just like to
Lunatics.
say that
It's called
Batman Beyond
Lunatics
was one of
Unleashed.
the best animated Batman
Mighty Ducks
series
is-
ever.
Mighty Ducks was something different.
No, it was called Lunatics Unleashed. Mighty Ducks
Yo,
was something
when I
different.
remember
from
Chip
Disney.
and Dale Rescue Rangers,
Yeah.
Yeah,
fire.
right. What was that?
I remember all of those like Disney VHS movies, you know what I mean? Like
We were talking about them like couple of podcasts
Scrooge
ago.
McDuck and
No, dog.
the Land
13th
The
year.
Land Before
13th
Time.
year, bring.
Land Before Time
Colin
always make me think about the girl, and
You-
I don't like that.
You remember Robin Hood the Fox?
What
the girl,
about?
Littlefoot's voice, the
Yeah.
10-year-old.
Should he kill herself or
No,
something?
her father did murder.
Oh shit.
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn.
I don't like to think about that movie because I always
Rest
think
in
about that
peace.
fact.
I hope
Robin Hood.
I hope I forget that fact.
Robin Hood the Fox. I don't remember watching
It's
the
like a
show.
world of animals. I wish I could remember exactly what it named.
You have to remember that like
In Nottingham.
Yard is like 3 years like younger than us, and back then it was amazing how much 3
So
years
much
was
change,
different
brother.
because the man was just pumping out things at a clip, dog. You'd get like at least 4 or 5 bangers a year.
You remember this one
You remember
called
the Rugrats
Cubics?
video game on the N64?
You remember Cubics?
What's Cubics?
A
Vaguely.
cartoon with a robot that
Vaguely.
the parts could separate and then come back together in different
Yes,
shapes.
yes, I had the toy. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Vaguely remember that, brother. Rugrats video game, the show, the movie. Rugrats
in
cassettes
Paris. Rugrats in-
came
the orange.
Orange. Dog!
I remember
Yeah.
I only owned a couple of cassettes in my
The
life.
video game was orange too.
Yeah.
Dennis the Menace.
I vaguely remember Dennis the Man.
For some reason, I had this movie about a kangaroo called Joey. The movie's name was Joey, and it was about a kangaroo.
Yeah, I used to beat Clifford the big red dog hard when I was little, you know, brother.
Caillou.
So hard.
Arthur.
I wonder, does Clifford count as a kaiju?
Yes.
He was, didn't he?
I need more of his origin story, but yes.
He would count.
Tentatively, yes, but I need more background.
He would count as a
What
kaiju.
is his origin? Was he just a regular red dog that just continued to grow forever? Maybe he has a pituitary condition.
He had a life of crime when he was chased by a guy in a bat suit and fell into a vat. That's what happened to him.
No, he has a pituitary condition.
I'm just gonna
You guys know
keep
that
going.
The same car accident that created Daredevil also created the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
That's the same universe?
Yes.
Word.
And it's not even the same. Not necessarily. I don't remember if it's the same universe, but the writer literally made it the same thing. Like the same truck with the chemical bouncing off of it that splashed into his eyes. The same
Same one that.
that fell into the sewer.
Yo, have you ever seen that's a sick fact. Have you ever seen realistic depiction of what cartoons would look like?
Yeah.
Yo, they're so ugly, bro. Like, whoa.
I mean, that was that art style.
That art style is creepy, yeah, for sure. But
Courage.
you know, imagine if you
Courage
had
some creepy art.
imagine if you had Courage was a horror show. Don't tell me nothing. Courage genuinely made me uncomfortable as a kid. I watched
Yeah,
it
bro,
because it
like,
was
You know which
great.
one I will never forget,
What
man?
were they?
Return the slab.
The fucking foot fungus.
The chicken one too, brother.
The foot fungus when the windmill they stopped spinning and the army of the undead was coming for the house as long as it wasn't spinning.
Bad man.
Return the slab.
What were they thinking? What were they thinking to create
The
Courage?
chicken going to space.
I can tell you.
The dude who
Yo, folks. We gotta wrap up. We've been shooting the shit for a good long time. Bobert's gotta go. Well, we all gotta go home. You know what I mean? Yard is home.
Curfews.
Curfew and all them thing there. We shall continue the part another time. Thank you guys for joining us. Thank you to Boom Draw Physics for allowing us to pod from his ends. We were partying earlier. It was
From
a
the
good old
Yam
part.
Hill.
From the Yam Hill. Bobby B being the co-host as always. Remember, YouTubeRight.com, promo code BAM10, get 10% off anything you have ordered. You don't know we are a part of Epidemic Sound. Click the link below, get yourself a free month of royalty-free music. Directly help the show. Thank you guys so much. Follow Boom Draw Physics. Bob's gonna tell you about your mom, dropping bombs on your moms.
Your mom's a car alarm.